Group 16 and Group 10, and our topic is Narcissus and Echo. And I'm Mike, and I'm responsible for Q&A and PPT integration.
I'm Angela. I'm responsible for Three Handsome Men.
I'm Yuki. I'm responsible for flowers introduction.
I'm Lily and I'm responsible for character introduction.
I'm Toby. I'm responsible for voiceover.
I'm Eric Wang. I'm responsible for drama.
I'm Stan. I'm responsible for drama.
I'm Marvin. I'm responsible for drama. Wow.
Okay.
And this is our outline, and first is Three Handsome Men intro and flower intro, and the second is characters intro, and the third one is drama acting, and the final is Q&A. And let's first one, Three Handsome Men.
I will introduce three flowers: Adonis, Narcissus, and Hyacinth. There are three common things among these three flowers. They are all turned from beautiful men and beloved youth. And the most important thing is the flowers last their beauty forever.
And the first is Hyacinth. Hyacinth is Apollo's lover and Poseidon's twins. He's the most beautiful man in the Greek at that time. However, he was killed by Apollo in an accident when Apollo doing the discus. And his blood became the flower named after his name, Hyacinth.
Hyacinth turned from Hyacinthus, and because his lover is Apollo, so the hyacinths symbolize homosexual culture.
And next is Adonis. Adonis' mother is the princess, loved her father. When Adonis grew up, he became the most beautiful man at that time. His beauty attracted by Aphrodite and Persephone, so they decided Adonis had to stay with each of them in a whole year and 4 months. But in 1 year's spring, Adonis was killed by the wild bird, and his blood became the flower named after his name, Adonis.
Adonis' blood turned into Adonis when he died, and the bright red color symbolized the strong love between Adonis and his lover. And Narcissus. Narcissus is turned from Narcissus who loved himself very much. Thus, Narcissus symbolizes excessive or erotic interest in oneself and one's physical appearance.
And there is a video about the Narcissians.
Way before the first selfie, the ancient Greeks and Romans had a myth about someone a little too obsessed with his own image. In one telling, Narcissus was a handsome guy wandering the world in search of someone to love. After rejecting a nymph named Echo, he caught a glimpse of his own reflection in a river and fell in love with it. Unable to tear himself away, Narcissus drowned. A flower marked the spot where he died, and we call that flower the Narcissus. The myth captures the basic idea of narcissism, elevated and sometimes detrimental self-involvement. But it's not just a personality type that shows up in advice columns. It's actually a set of traits classified and studied by psychologists. The psychological definition of narcissism is an inflated, grandiose self-image. To varying degrees, narcissists think they're better looking, smarter, and more important than other people, and that they deserve special treatment. Psychologists recognize two forms of narcissism as a personality trait: grandiose and vulnerable narcissism. There's also narcissistic personality disorder, a more extreme form, which we'll return to shortly. Grandiose narcissism is the most familiar kind, characterized by extroversion, dominance, and attention-seeking. Grandiose narcissists pursue attention and power, sometimes as politicians, celebrities, or cultural leaders. Of course, not everyone who pursues these positions of power is narcissistic. Many do it for very positive reasons, like reaching their full potential or helping make people's lives better. But narcissistic individuals seek power for the status and attention that goes with it. Meanwhile, vulnerable narcissists can be quiet and reserved. They have a strong sense of entitlement, but are easily threatened or slighted. In either case, the dark side of narcissism shows up over the long term. Narcissists tend to act selfishly, so narcissistic leaders may make risky or unethical decisions, and narcissistic partners may be dishonest or unfaithful. When their rosy view of themselves is challenged, they can become resentful and aggressive. It's like a disease where the sufferers feel pretty good, but the people around them suffer. Taken to the extreme, this behavior is classified as a psychological disorder called narcissistic personality.
Okay, we have two characters. One is Narcissus. Narcissus is son of river god Cephissus and nymph Nairobi, and he was proud of his appearance, but he doesn't know how his beauty. And when he first time to see her appearance, and he become unable to live the beauty of his reflection. Next. And a while later, his body is gone, and the place is a Narcissus flowers, and Narcissus is turned into a flower near riverbeds, and Narcissus flower is represent to Narcissus. And the second character is Echo, and she is an innocent first nymph, and she cursed by Hela, Zeus' wife, and he couldn't say anything on her own, and she only able to speak last few words from other people. We have another video to show you about Narcissus and Echo.
Echo was one of the many nymphs that lived in the forests of ancient Greece, and she had an extraordinary talent for talking. In other words, she could tell great stories, but she was a bit of a chatterbox.
Through the valleys and the hills, it's just marvelous. That reminds me of the story I was going to tell you about.
One day, Hera, queen of the gods, came down from Mount Olympus in search of her husband Zeus, the great king of the gods. Hera was in a hurry and was not what you would call a patient woman. Every time she tried to ask Echo if she had seen Zeus, the well-meaning but not very tactful Echo managed to interrupt her.
Nymph, have you seen... It has been so long since you visited our woods, and we are honored to see you.
Yes, naturally. But what I want to know is...
Have you ever noticed how sweet the air is when the west wind passes over the fields of lavender?
Look, child, I want to know...
Lavender is my very favorite herb. If I'm ever feeling nervous or tense,
Unfortunately for Echo, Hera was not the kind of goddess who liked to stand around chatting with talkative nymphs.
Yeah, and I also...
Words! You have far too many words for one little nymph. Nobody else can get a word in edgewise. Well, I'll fix that. From now on, you will only be able to repeat what has just been said to you. That will make you a better listener. Now leave me.
Echo tried to plead with Hera for forgiveness, but all she could say was...
Now leave me.
Go.
Go.
Scram.
Scram.
Poor Echo wandered through the forest alone. Her life seemed all but over until one day she spotted a handsome boy named Narcissus, who was hunting in the woods. Instantly, she fell deeply in love. She wanted desperately to tell him so, but of course she couldn't say a single word until someone else spoke first. She would just have to wait for the right moment. What Echo didn't know was that many a girl before her had tried to attract the attention of the splendid Narcissus, but it seemed that no one could catch his eye. That is, until the day that he happened to see his own reflection in a pool of water. Of all the pretty faces he'd seen, Narcissus had never found one more fascinating than his own.
Perfection. Utter perfection. You're fabulous.
This was Echo's chance. From her hiding place behind a rock, she repeated the words that she so longed to say.
You're fabulous.
Narcissus grew more and more enchanted with his own image. He never once looked away from his reflection, for he was now sure it had spoken back to him.
I've never said this to anyone. I believe I love you.
I love you.
But as Narcissus reached into the water to try to touch the face that so fascinated him, it simply disappeared.
Don't leave me.
Dismayed at the sudden loss of his only love, Narcissus plunged into the deep pool. Echo rushed out from behind the rock. But it was too late. All she could say were the words that she last heard.
Don't leave me.
Echo's grief was unbearable. She wandered through the mountains without eating or drinking. And slowly, she faded away until all that was left of her was her voice. According to the ancient Greeks, Echo's spirit still exists in all the mountains and caves of the world, and you can...
The next time we will going to perform the drama. And I'm Marvin, I'm responsible for Narcissus.
I'm Stan, I'm Narcissus' mother and man B and Echo.
And I'm Eric Wang, I'm Prophet and Hera.
In ancient Greek, there was an attractive man called Narcissus. When he was a baby, the prophet predicted that once Narcissus sees his reflection in a mirror, he will die immediately.
Oh, my Zeus! What's wrong with my kid? He is so handsome. Yeah, I know. I'm his mother. But he cannot look at anything that will reflect his face. What did you say? You heard it. My poor kid. My poor Narcissus. I don't know why, but in the future, coming to say so, and you cannot tell me the reason why. You can look at his face. You got it.
After he grown up, he became a handsome man that every woman in the town loved him.
I'm so sorry, bro. Please forgive me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, handsome boy. He got me so hot right now.
Even men couldn't ignore his beauty.
Take a selfie with me? Okay. Why not? I want to have his check. Go there. Hey, Narcissus, there is a stain on your face.
Oh, thanks, bro. My mama say I can't look at the mirror or I will die. You wanna make her angry?
Oh,
No way!
On the other side, there was a goddess called Echo. She was beautiful, kind, but annoying. One day, she met Hera.
Hey. What's wrong, my dear? Nothing. What? Oh, enough! You are so annoying. From now on, you can only speak the last few words for other sentence. From other sentence.
Our despair goddess strolled on her mountain. Suddenly, she saw a handsome boy that was Narcissus. She fell in love with him immediately, but she was too shy that all she did was stalking with Narcissus.
Who's there? I know you are a stalker. Show up and I am gonna find you.
Narcissus walked to Echo, but she was hiding because she was so shy that she even couldn't face with him. And Narcissus traced on her to the beautiful lake.
Where are you, creepy stalker? Wait. Who are you, handsome guy?
Oh, you handsome guy.
He walked to the lake. Seeing himself on the water, he did nothing but look his mirage in the water, and he thought that was a stalker.
I have a pen, I have an apple. Apple pen. I have a pen, I have pineapple. Pineapple pen. Apple pen, pineapple pen. Good pineapple, apple pen. Good pineapple, apple pen.
I just fall in love with you. Let's we get closer.
Closer.
Narcissus wanted to kiss his mirage, but he drowned. She tried to save him, but Narcissus was too heavy that the goddess couldn't raise him from the lake. In the end, Narcissus died. But on the side, he fell ground a beautiful flower, which is always looking down on the reflection of the lake. That was Narcissus. And our saint goddess just gone. Now we still can hear her voice in the mountain.
Mountain.
The end. And Q&A time. And the first one, who cursed made Echo can only repeat the last word. He's good.
Hera.
You got it. You got the prize. Got the prize. The second, why Narcissus forbade to look himself from the reflection? 3, 2, 1. Nobody? Nobody.
Yo, he is so handsome.
So,
or so he will die.
yeah, you got it.
Just like
And the third one, what is Narcissus in physiology? 3, and 2, and 1. Anybody? Narcissus, like he is so handsome. You know Narcissus. Okay.
Okay.
English.
How loved himself so much.
Yes, you're correct. Okay, thank you for your listening.
Thank you. 好了，全部到了。Take a bow, take your bow. Take your bow before you leave the stage.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, bow.